of this stuff out of the way. Just got a little metal sliver. That's no good. All right. Get some light in here. Hopefully you guys are able to see everything here. If you're unfamiliar with what's going on with building bonsai, if you're new or just skip the rest of this little build series, you can go back and watch from part 1, but if you don't feel like it, we're basically making this. You can see we're kind of halfway there, kind of, sort of, but we're making, this one is made out of spoons for leaves. The client preferred to have needles, and so she suggested forks. So we were making forks for needles for a bonsai tree. And then she sent a bunch of forks. I have some right here that we're going to finish this off with, and then we are going to get into the base. I'm not sure what we're going to do for a base exactly, but I do have this chunk of fir that I recently acquired. It's not good for much, but it'll be good for this. So we'll shape this and cut it down, and we'll see where we're going to go. But first we're going to start with that. How's everybody doing on this Monday afternoon? Hopefully you're doing good. Let's see, I'm going to have your comments here. Ashley's not here today. Hopefully you'll be able to see everything that's kind of going on here. But if not, I will try to move it into place so that you can. So just so you know, there's going to be a whirring sound. I can't really do anything about that. That's just the sound the machine makes. Let me turn on the here. We're going to have intermittent times where I can answer your questions. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them down in the comment section, and I'll try to get to them. But I don't know. I'll try to talk along with what I'm doing. If you've been following the series, you kind of get it. But we're finally here on to the next one, where we'll be pretty close to done. So yeah, we're going to be going for the next hour. So strap on your seatbelts. I need like a holder here. This phone, by the way, guys, it's got a ton of I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's got a lot of damage on the screen. So I'm not too stressed out about it getting weld spatter on it. That's kind of what is I welded it. Anyways, we're gonna weld on some more of these. But as I was looking at this morning, I realized that I kind of want to put another branch in here somewhere. So I grabbed a piece of steel. I actually don't know what this was for, but maybe some of you might recognize what this is. I have a whole bunch of them, but never used them because they're not magnetic. But I did weld it to the bench, so it's still a weldable steel. So I got a magnet right here. Normally, you know, say like this nail is made of steel. It's magnetic. This is not, but somehow I can still weld it. So if anyone here understands metal better than me, maybe you can explain why that is, because I don't really know. Obviously, this alloy has some sort of properties in it that allows it to be magnetic. So, but I don't know what this is called. It seems like a stainless steel, but stainless steel is magnetic, so I don't know. Okay. All right, Karen. Well, congratulations on getting your job back. We'll miss you, I suppose. Okay. Let's do this. Where are my gloves at? Just so you know, anyone of you safety conscious people, I already know what you're going to say. At times I'm going to be welding without gloves. I know that it's not good, but what the little amount that I do it, it's not going to cause significant harm. Okay. But we will be wearing gloves and sleeves for most of the time. I also don't have, lots of people say that I'm not wearing hearing protection. I don't have earplugs, but I have these, and I can't hear shit with them, so. I mean, I can hear shit, but I can't hear much. Okay, so, just so everyone knows, we're MIG welding today. Where are my pliers. You can tell I have a very full bench here, which is not ideal, but that's kind of my style. I kind of go into the next piece right after I'm done another one. The last piece I did was a rooster, and I started on this bird here. I was trying to do a robin, but this is too small for a robin, so this will just be a different bird whenever I continue on with it. But anyways, got a bunch of junk here from so many different projects being done, but cleared off a little bit, enough to continue on. Okay, so I'm going to try to, I may have to do this in several segments. I'm going to try to make like a windy around branch. I know that doesn't really make sense, but I think you know what I'm saying. Down here, because I'm going to put another branch in here somewhere. So. Well, that's there. By the way, this bright light is not harmful to your eyes. It's just harmful to mine. You can't get UV through a screen, as far as I know. I know that if you can, this is not the way that would happen. Okay. This is very heavy on this side, so it's tilting over. So I got this little cube block here. Going to try to make this look as though it flows from this existing piece. Okay. Now, let's see here. I'm going to try to bend this in a way that I don't have to cut it, but that might not be possible. When I do these sculptures, I don't always know what they're going to look like. Like, for instance, the first time I built a bonsai tree, they asked for it to be about 6 inches, I think, and that was this one here. And I was just like, nah, we'll keep making it a little bit bigger, and hopefully they like it. They did like it, but they decided that they wanted a tiny little S look to it instead of a leaf look. So that's what this one. Cool thing about this sculpture is that some of the materials were provided by the person who commissioned it. It happens sometimes, but usually not. Oh, come on! Why don't you bend nicely? Thanks, Leslie. She's wearing a Rooster Cat hoodie. You guys can check out the TEESPRING if you want to get one of your own. Okay, let's get a little hammer in here. If I heated this up, it would bend a lot more, but then I wouldn't be able to handle it. So actually what I can do. Maybe I will have to do that anyway. We've got some torch fire here. Try to do as much as we can in an hour. Alright, Sarah, see you later. Oh, Jim says not all stainless steel is magnetic. Not sure on the specifics on the material I work on. I see. So for those who don't know, Jim is a blacksmith, so he would have experience with different kinds of metals. I would say probably mostly mild steel for his gates and stuff, but then probably working with some more high quality steel, knives and whatnot. Okay, we heated that up quite a decent amount. Burn myself. Ah, mother frack. Michelle, Helen. Hello, Kathleen. Henry's doing good. Actually taking him for a walk right now. There we go. Come on. Bend. There we go. By the way, if you're on the waiting list for a bonsai tree, I've been collecting more cutlery, more spoons for the leaves. However, if you're on the list, or you want to be on the list, and you want forks instead, you let me know, because I'm going to be making them out with spoons. Thanks, Tia. Just follows me on Instagram, I guess. Right now I'm working on a couple paintings. Hold on our commission. There we go. Okay, now, how do I do this? I think what I'll do. So, it's hot. Okay, so if I come in closer, you can see that it's like fuses in those two places. Here, it's kind of rough, but that's okay. It's kind of the idea. Look more organic. So what I'm going to do to make that vine look a little more organic, I'm just going to lay some random welds on there. Just so it looks a little, you know, disorganized. Not disorganized, but a little more ununiform, let's say. There we go. And then okay, now I'm going to put in a branch somewhere. I have a couple pictures for inspiration up here. Last time oh, you can see them, I can see that. Last time I didn't, the last few times, like day one, I didn't have any pictures. But this time I printed off a couple just so I can get where branch placement would look most natural without, you know, because like I don't do bonsai trees. I don't know like why they would clip some and not other, but I don't know much about like plants in general. But obviously they have a method to making them look super cool, and I want to make this as if, you know, it is a real tree and they would have done this and that. If I put a random branch somewhere where it doesn't belong, I don't want it to be, you know, like, oh, why would you have a branch there? That doesn't even make any sense. So I was thinking about putting one here to kind of go, because like here on these two, it looks like there's two separate, like trunks, I guess? I don't know what you'd call it. That kind of wrap around each other. And one of them looks like it starts way up on the tree. So let's say like up here, if I do this vine thing, maybe something grew out of the vine, I don't know. So I was thinking about putting one right here and then having it kind of go in there and then having a little branch come out here. I know that doesn't make much sense, but that's what I'm feeling or seeing in my head. And I wanted to use, here we go, got this little bolt here. This is for an engine, so we'll be using to start it off with. It's going to be a thinner branch, and I'm going to bend it as we go. It's pretty stiff. Oh, you son of a beast. Why won't you weld? There we go, finally. I wasn't getting it, and I didn't realize it. It was an awkward angle, but it like dripped a bunch of, I don't know if you'd call it slag down, which kind of looks kind of dope actually. It would help if there was no rust on it, but I'm not too worried about the rust. If this was something structural, then I would worry about it. I might be almost out of gas. Damn it, I am. Shit. Okay. That's okay. Pliers. So while it's red hot, I'm just going to bend it. Should be quite easy. As you can see, like it bends like just like as if it's, I don't know, made out of rubber almost. You definitely wouldn't want to touch that. Now I'm making it so it's got like lots of texture to it, so it looks kind of more, you know, organic, like it was just, you know, it's trees, made out of tree. Obviously it's not actually made out of tree, but I want to give it that look, give it the illusion. So while it's red hot again, bend it some more. We want it to be, there we go. Nice and red hot. It's like yellow hot, actually, which is even hotter. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do what I originally thought. I'm going to do this. I wonder if I did this in the wrong spot. That actually kind of looks dope. I wonder if I should cut that off. If I cut it off, the thing that'll suck is like my vine will be messed up, but I can fix it. I don't think I'm going to do what I see on those real ones there. I think maybe I can do this. Okay, I got to heat it up again so I can actually move it. A lot of the time, sculptures that I do, they kind of evolve as I go. I have a basic idea of what I want it to look like, but depending on what pieces I have to use, sometimes dictate what happens, or I might just, like in this case, I might just change my mind altogether and then do something completely different. I wonder, you know what, I might just weld the palooza. Dang it, I kind of wish that I couldn't do that. Okay, let's, it's too hot. Let's, yeah, I'm going to try this. By the way, if I weld it too much in one area, it gets too hot, it'll just melt into two pieces. I don't want that to happen necessarily. Just heating it up here. There we go. Maybe this is what I'm doing for this one. Okay, I'm going to do a separate branch over there. Take this nail here, add to this branch here. Okay. Take another nail for a branch that shoots off the side a little bit. Okay, then I want to do another branch right here. This is like getting those little details that make sense seems to always be like the hardest part. Like, would this actually be here on a real one, or you know, whatever. Especially since like I'm doing like, this is like half supposed to look realistic, half supposed to be able to like, oh look, he used a bolt there. Oh, this is some rebar. Oh, that's a nut there, you know? I want it to have like both elements in there because I just think it looks cool. But sometimes it's hard to like, you know, find the balance. I have a drill bit. That might be cool to put in there. A lot of metal dust in here. Now, drill bits, they're very brittle, but they're hardened. So this might just snap, but that's okay, because we can just add to it if it does. Okay. Okay, I'm starting on the bottom like this, you see? So I can bend it up so it'll just have a little more character to it, have a little more cool flow. Of course, this might just break off like I said earlier. Let's see, how long have we been on for? Let me just check the time here. 30 minutes? Okay, we still got half an hour. We still got lots of time. As long as we can at least get all of these forks on, I'll be happy. weld it on. I'm going to try to turn this so that you guys can see it when because I'm going to bend it up. It's going to have like a, I don't know. If it doesn't break, it should bend up. Just put some weight on the bottom there. It's going to heat it up with some That's really hot. Don't snap on me. Oh, there we go. That's good. Okay. Now we'll, just to add some, like just over in this area, because we got a lot going on over here, we'll kind of rotate it that way as well. It's probably a little too cool now, but yeah, it's too cool. That's okay. Oh no! Yeah, that's okay too. I'm going to rotate that if I can. Where to go? So, like I was saying earlier, when you get it too hot, it'll just melt right off. So I still want it to be kind of obvious that we used a drill bit here, but not completely obvious. So, okay, something like this. Look at this. Super pliable. Okay, now I'm going to do one more tweak somewhere here in the middle. 1 second. Sorry, Bonnie. We'll move you closer. Sorry, guys. That was just the vet calling. We got Henry's next appointment is tomorrow, so they're just reminding me. I don't want to put the camera too close because I don't want the spatter to get over there. All caps. Should have yelled it back. How's that? Something like that. I think should be good. Okay. A little bit more here. And not enough. There we go. Remember when I used to work for the city, I had to sharpen drill bits. I was a laborer, right? And I had to sharpen drill bits all day. Those and freaking lawnmower blades and Zamboni blades. I probably told the story before, but anyways. I did not like sharpening lawnmower blades. I didn't mind drill bits, but since I had to do it then, I never do it now. Yes, you should yell back. No, I didn't think you were rude. I thought that was fine. Yes, you should yell back. Oh, that's funny. Okay. A lot of scale on this. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit more, just to kind of give it a more organic look so it's not so straight. And then that will take away from the fact that this drill bit piece is a drill bit, I think. You know, just a little bit. There, so they might be able to tell that this is a concrete nail. Since it's got rust on it, it's not super good welds, which is making them like bubbly and stuff. Probably among other things. I'm not an expert at this, but I think that's kind of cool. So this, I'm not sure if I'm going to put any forks on it yet, but I'm going to put forks on here. And these are supposed to be mimicking our needles. Now, not entirely, right? They're not supposed to look super realistic or anything like that. I know if you wanted it to be realistic, right, I could do that as well, and I could spend a lot more time. But as you follow the series, you'll see how much goes into it. These bonsai trees are $1,000. So if you wanted them to be even more realistic, they could be, you know, whatever amount you were willing to pay, I guess. But it's art, not a real tree. Which I guess a real bonsai tree actually is art too, because that's got to take some discipline, you know, some skill. Well, probably a lot of skill, probably a lot of discipline. It's pretty cool, actually. So what would the soundtrack to making a bonsai be? Needles and pins? I don't know. Japanese whisper? I don't know. I don't know what either of those are. Are those like real music? Or are you just making it up? Making it up for the pun. Okay. I'm hoping none of this snaps off in transit. That would suck. I noticed that in the reference photos I have, all of the needles are facing up, so I think some of these I have wrong, but I don't know if I'm too worried about that. I might not have enough forks again. I added to this. That's okay. We'll figure it out. I'm just bending some of the tines on here just so that it has a less uniform look to it. Again, this is not going to look realistic because these are forks and they're very clearly forks. But doing just a little bit of modification to it does a decent amount for its character. Oh, you son of a bitch. Got too hot and the whole thing came off. It's okay, let's glue it back on. More look, so let's melt it back on. Okay, there we go. That should stay. So packing this up is going to be a difficult task. We gotta really secure it in there in a way that's not going to hinder its functionality, or its not functionality, but like its shape. Okay, we got another one there. I hit the thumbs up, now it's turning blue. Better to break in the shop than in transit. Yeah, absolutely, Jim. Good when you can fix any vulnerabilities. Because I've had a couple things break in transit, some of the more fragile pieces, and it's been a bummer. I mean, by the way, if you ever buy anything from me and it breaks, send it back for free. I'll pay for the shipping. I'll fix it for free, and then I'll send it back to you for free, if that ever does happen. Has happened a couple times. Sucks every time, but I mean, you know, that's the nature of the beast. Sometimes you're just gonna lose one. Ah. Got behind the mask there. Okay, so we got these. Probably put some more here. Like I'm looking at these, depending on what kind of needle it has, sometimes it's sparse and sometimes it's quite full. So I'm kind of going for a happy medium, I think. I like this branch here because looking at both of these references, there are some bare branches that I think maybe the person who made the bonsai, like they wanted just that aesthetic of the cool, gnarly, crooked branches. So I could just leave this bare like this. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forks left that we can use. Oh, maybe 6. 6 forks left that we can use for this. Okay, let's put another one. Bend this up a little bit. Another one right here. I like this. Another one over here. Only the 80 is in focus. How's this? Hello, Daryl. Love my spaceship. I have yet to email you photos of where it's sitting. I'm a collector of tin robots and anything with a space in. Oh, cool, Michelle. I'm glad you like it. That was a. I didn't know how I was going to make that, but I just happened to have just the right pieces. I think to make something that's kind of retro spaceship looking, retro alien spaceship, whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. There we go. Sorry I'm in your way, but gotta be. Ugh. Gross. That was a bad weld. There we go. Moonlight Girl says, if something snaps off in transit, go to Walmart and buy a tube of amazing goop. It's in the sewing and craft area. That stuff with glue. That stuff will glue anything, but also they could get JB Weld and do the same thing. Yeah, but they didn't buy something that was broken that they wanted to, fix themselves. So I don't mind. I mean, if people are willing to do it, that's fine. Or if they find a welder in their area who's willing to do it, that's fine. Okay. 2 forks left. One fork left. I'm still thinking maybe I want to put one on here, but I just kind of like that. It looks kind of cool that it's just there. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask the client what they think. Maybe she's watching. Okay, I'm gonna just see if I have any forks left on this bench over here. I do not. I do not have any, except for this one, which is magnetic. I just gotta clean it up. It's got some sort of dirt all over it. Now we're on the last fork, as far as I can tell. I feel like I should go get some more from like a thrift store or something like that. Just to, I don't know. You know, like sometimes when you're doing something and you just know when it's done. Like if you're making something that's like, you can't really compare it to anything, but like somehow you just know, you're like, oh, if only I had one more of this or a couple more of that. You know, that's what I feel like with this. Need maybe like another few forks. You know what, guys? Maybe I'll do another one tomorrow, where we'll do some more work on forks. If I go get forks today, if the thrift, wait, what day is it? Is it Monday? Okay, I have to go to the post office today anyway, so it'll work. It'll work. I'll go get some. Hopefully the thrift store has some. Okay, how much time do we got left? Oh, we got 10 minutes. That's okay. That's okay. We won't be able to finish it anyway. Okay. So, we'll get more forks. Yeah. As for the base and stuff, I got all sorts of like roots started here that I'm gonna have onto, or that's gonna intertwine with our base. I think this is what we're gonna use for the base. However, this is kind of not, like this is way too big, right? So well, maybe what we'll do now is we'll kind of figure out the size of the base we want to do. We want it so that it's not going to fall forward, so we need it to be decently big, but not so big that it's, you know, it looks, you know, like it's cumbersome or whatever. This is a heavy piece. Okay, there we go. So, why don't we turn off this whiny thing? I'll also have to get some more gas, so maybe I'll do some welding today to just get rid of every last drop. I guess it's not really drop, or I guess it is drop because it's a liquid and then it's turned into a gas. Whatever. Anyway, let's turn this off. Let's put this away. Let's grab a Sharpie and kind of map out what we want to do here. So let's see if I can move you guys a little closer so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm looking at here. Okay. Just so you're out of the way here. Okay. So now that we're not welding, I can bring you in nice and close so that we don't have a... What the heck? My zipper is broken. Did you see this? What the heck is this? Oh, I can't even unzip it. I don't know what to do. Whatever. Okay. Okay, so we want... This is very obviously, this is just rough rough lumber, right? But we want it to be less manufactured looking. So what we're probably going to do is do something like this, right? Have a decent shape that looks organic. Because if you remember our last one, this one here is very organic looking because this is just a piece of hemlock beam that was, you know, it's broken. It broke off. But this is on the end grain. This one we're doing on the long grain. So the long grain is going to act a little differently cutting it. So we'll just cut this on a bandsaw, I think. So we'll go like this. Okay, that'll be the top, or maybe the top should come out to here. I don't know, something like that maybe. And then should the bottom come out further? I don't know. Maybe we'll just rough saw it. Then the back. Something like that. Maybe? I don't know. I like that it's nice and thick, so we'll be able to play with it a little bit. Okay, why don't we, since we still have a little bit of time, dang, that's hot. We'll set this. Okay. By the way, let's just get a good look at it. I'm sorry that my backgrounds are not super friendly when it comes to looking at stuff. There we go. Oh, Jim. This right here, that is a glass belt sander for glass. It's got a reservoir here. We don't really use it because we don't do much with glass, but I'm sure you could use it with other things if it had something to rest on, like a whatever, kind of like, you know, like this, you know. Okay. The last few minutes, let's process this. Excuse my messy shop. That cabinet broke, that's why. So I have to make a new one or get a new one or something. Okay, I'm not worried about it being too super delicious or anything. Flip the breaker. That's the thing about my shop. I have limited power coming to here. I've only flipped the breaker a few times, but since the furnace is on, the vacuum is on, and the saw was going. Although they're in different series, so I don't know why that happened exactly, but hey, it happens sometimes. So, I see it. Maybe we'll do it without the vacuum. The vacuum is the dust collection, so there we go. We're almost done, so, you know, why wouldn't something happen before we finish? My geocache. There we go. Okay, let's have another try here. I'll do it without the vacuum this time. Let's turn you back around. We'll get the rough shape of this cut out. Now, this is not typically how you use a miter saw, so do not do what I do. Do not take this as a go-to way to do this. This is not how you do it. Last bit. I think because I had that big ass spotlight on, not spotlight, but whatever light, that's why I flipped the breaker, I think. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there because I have an idea. So next time, let's say tomorrow, if everything goes well, we'll do this tomorrow. Let me just turn you guys around here so I can see what I'm talking to. An axe to taper the block? An adze? I don't know what that is. I'm assuming you don't have an adze. I don't know what the heck that is. Is that a hand tool? So, tomorrow, hello Grace. Tomorrow, we're going to have more forks if I can find them. And we're going to shape this, and then we are going to work on the roots and, like, let's say base of the actual tree. So when we have it sit on, everything will look kind of like it belongs and like communicates with each other, right? So this will sit in there nicely. We'll make the roots all good. But for now, this is where we're at. So we will leave it there. So thank you everyone who has tuned in to our little building bonsai series here. I appreciate you guys checking it out. I hope you guys have liked it. By the way, if you're wondering what all that crinkling is, I didn't clean up my knives. I was making a buttload of dragonflies. I have one more to send out. Besides all the people, or the couple people, 2 people who didn't answer their email. I just skipped you, but if you want to stay on the waiting list, just email me back and I'll put you back on there. Do I have a bandsaw? I do have a bandsaw. I was going to cut that on a bandsaw, but then I decided to just cut it there. I thought it'd be easier. Which it was. Hold on a second here. Agnes, Josh, I will go and watch again. Sorry, missed the start. Cool. Okay. Oh, and by the way, yeah, if you want a dragonfly, I would show you one, but I don't have any in here. They are 75 Canadian. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you tomorrow with more. And I've been saying this probably for the last couple, but hopefully the finish. But if I keep coming up with more ideas, it will continue to be expanded upon. I like this thing. I think it's kind of cool, and I imagine like without all the clutter in the background, it'll look elegant, I guess. I don't know if elegant's the right word, but in here it just kind of looks like, what is that? So I'll make sure that in the final bit there, I'll try to clean up a little bit, but I will have pictures on Instagram as well. So see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. By the way, Patreon, I have a video that I just released for you, tier 2 and tier 3, that was just released today. So you can take a look at that. All right, guys.